What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, 18 Money. I'm back after a year away from YouTube. If you want any details on why I was gone, you can spam me in the comments if you want that answer out of me. However, I was looking at the game, Bills-Rams, 31-10. I was very intrigued by some of the stats of this game. Now, we will have predictions later in this video, but first, I want to get over this Bills-Rams game. So, the Bills did win. It looks like the Rams had a very strong case of Super Bowl hangover. However, the Bills were not sharp either, because while Josh Allen was 26-31, 2 of his 5 incompletions were picks. Let's put that in perspective. As for rushing, Josh Allen again was the leader for his team. Lots of rushing yards, plenty of touchdowns, and he had a touchdown, 10 carries, 56 yards. Overall, impressive stuff from him. Singletary, Moss, Cook, all three of them are average. Not much surprising. Now, receiving department. Stephon Diggs, 8 receptions, 122 yards and a touchdown. Gabe Davis, 4 receptions, 88 yards and a touchdown. 2 exceptional performances from them. Isaiah McKenzie also caught a touchdown. However, the receivers were pretty average for the Bills. What really shined for them today was that defense. My God. They got 3 picks on Matt Stafford. They definitely, and this is one thing I agree with, they got to the quarterback. Let's look at these stats, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times they brought down Matt Stafford. That's embarrassing. We're going to talk about the Rams O-line in a second, but the Bills defense did a very good job today and definitely deserved a win on Thursday night. As for Matthew Stafford, disappointing. 29 of 41, 240 yards, 1 touchdown, but 3 picks. That's embarrassing. Rushing-wise, the team was average. They only had, actually, not even average. They only had 52 yards on the ground. That's embarrassing for a team of their caliber. But let's get to the O-line in a second. Receiving, Cooper Kupp's the only bright spot on that team. 13 catches, 128 yards, and a touchdown. Defense, they got 2 picks on Allen. And they got 2 sacks on Allen. Compared to 7 times that Matt Stafford was sacked, that's abysmal. But I'm about to get to this O-line. I'm about to rip them real good right now. The Rams' offensive line. You look like children against grown men. There's no excuse. Some of the stuff I saw out of Noteboom, it's disgusting. You let Von Miller run over you. Like, why? I get it, it's Von Miller. But still, show a little more fight than that. And honestly, it was an embarrassing performance from the Rams O-line. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. And they better figure it out next week. Because that was embarrassing. Embarrassing. Now let's get on to these predictions, shall we? On to a lighter note. We're going to start with Steelers-Bengals. I have the Bengals. I do not trust the Steelers 1 inch. Particularly not their quarterback. I've never been a Mitchell Trubisky fan, and I'm not going to start becoming one now. No, I have Joe Burrow, the Bengals offense, all the way. Niners-Bears, another very obvious prediction for me. The Bears, you're in for another year of misery. When you see my power rankings mid-season, you will realize I have them in for misery. And Eagles-Lions, another one's pretty obvious. The Eagles should run away with this. It's very obvious to me because the Lions are another team. They're heading for a year of doom. And I mean a year of doom. I hate to break it to you, but y'all are in trouble. Eagles all the way for me. Patriots, Dolphins. This is a tough one for me. I'm a Patriots fan. However, I must be reasonable here, and we don't have the talent right now. The Patriots do not have the talent. It's going to be close. We're going to put up a fight, but ultimately the Dolphins are going to outshoot us. They have a better offense. Browns, Panthers. I think this is a lot closer than it would have been with Deshaun Watson now gone. I have a feeling Baker Mayfield's going to be fired up, and as much as I want the Panthers to win, I still am taking the Browns because I'm very confident that the Browns are going to get it together defensively and keep the Panthers out of the game. Baker Mayfield might get a little overzealous against his old team, make some careless mistakes. So, yes, I'm predicting the Browns despite no Deshaun Watson. Packers, Vikings. I love the Vikings. I think they're a very good team, but it's Aaron Rodgers. I don't care how crap the receivers are. He's going to find a way. Next up, I have Colts, Texans. Another very obvious one. The Colts should be able to dominate this game. There's no excuses for them. You're the better team, offensively, defensively, probably better coached. This is no excuses. Indianapolis should win this one big time. Saints, Falcons. Another one is pretty obvious for me. I have the Saints in this one, and I think anyone with a brain knows why. I trust Jameis Winston more than I trust anyone in that Falcons quarterback room, especially Marcus Mariota. Give it to me. The New Orleans Saints will take the victory here. Anyone who is trying to lie to themselves, please, just stop yourself now, okay? Stop yourself. Then we have the Ravens and the Jets. Woo! The Ravens and the Jets. This one's another obvious one. It's the Ravens. The Jets are the Jets. They're used to losing, and they're going to lose then. Lamar Jackson, I'm not a big fan of him, which I actually will reveal in an analysis if y'all want me to analyze Lamar Jackson, but I actually am not a fan of Lamar in the slightest. However, I think he's enough to overcome the Jets. Jaguars versus Commanders. The Jaguars, I don't care how new and improved they are. The Commanders are too good defensively. They're going to eat that Jaguars offensive line for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Maybe even the dessert on the side. Trevor Lawrence is going to get hit tomorrow. And the Commanders will take a commanding victory. Pun intended. Now we got the Giants and Titans. The Giants are going to be the worst team in the NFL. The Titans should steamroll them. Then we have the Raiders and Chargers. I like the Carr-Adams pairing for the Raiders, but the Raiders are the Raiders. They don't play defense. Justin Herbert should light them up. The Chargers win a shootout. Chiefs-Cardinals. The Cardinals are brutally overhyped. Kansas City will restore order and remind them, hey, you're not on the top level yet. The Cardinals get a rude awakening by Kansas City. And finally, the big marquee game on Sunday night. It's the Bucs. It's the Cowboys. This is one, as tough as it might seem, I actually think it's pretty simple. I'm going with the Bucs. The Cowboys are ill-disciplined. The Cowboys are simply lacking, to be honest. I don't trust the receiving core as much as I would with Amari Cooper in there. I have concerns about Zeke. Tony Pollard, if he gets overworked, there's concerns about that. Then you have the obvious issue that while Dak Prescott's 100%, the Cowboys' defense can't stop a flag from coming their way, just like they can't stop a nosebleed. Give it to me. Tom Brady rolls the Cowboys. And finally, Broncos, Seahawks, Monday night. Russell Wilson will exact his revenge on Seattle. Geno Smith will look like an incompetent quarterback. I have other words for him, but I'll also share those in analysis if you'd like me to. However, the Broncos should take care of the Seahawks with ease, and if not, I will be asking serious questions of that coaching staff. That is all for my predictions. If you want to hear more from me, if you want to see some analysis, make sure you follow, make sure you comment, make sure you like it up and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed listening to me. I'll see you next time.